It's game 4 of the Nuggets versus Clippers series, and it got heated. Fights, buzzer beaters, and unforgiving lightning. Let's go. You're watching CS 105.1, where I talk about sports with good vibes. Let's get it. How's it going, everyone, and welcome. I'm CS Chandler, here for another take of Nuggets basketball. And just let me tell you, unforgiving, the lightning is coming. Let's go, Nuggets Nation. Oh my God, what an amazing game. I had to take a little break before I even jumped on here because my heart was still racing after that game. That was so freaking tense. And it didn't need to be. We could have easily have blown them out and coasted on through. But if you don't know, the Nuggets got a win. Let's go, Nuggets. I'm just going to get right to it real quick. Final score was 101-99 by a buzzer beater dunk lob from Jokić to AG. Oh my God. Thank you, Mr. Nugget. So let me back up now and say that the Nuggets were in LA for game 4 of round 1 to look to even the series. Their starting lineup in this game was Jokić, AG, Jamal Murray, CB, and Michael Porter Jr., the OG starting 5. And the Nuggets were wearing, once again, those white jerseys. Clippers were wearing their blue jerseys. And damn, it feels good to get a win in LA, man. I can't tell you how nice it is, and I hope that Steve Ballmer is crying tonight. Take that L, Steve Ballmer. He was so annoying to watch throughout this game, and it felt so good to get this win. A lot happened, so let's break this down. So, first quarter, the Clippers actually win the tip, and Jamal gets a steal from Kawhi, and CB gets the tip in on the Jamal layup for the first points of the game. AG then gets a tough layup, but then Powell sinks a 3 to make it a 1-point game. Nuggets defense was actually looking better at the start of this game. They looked locked in. They knew that they needed a win tonight. They did not back down, and they win at the Clippers head on. It was really good to see. They had a lot of fight in them, literal fight. So Nuggets keep the ball moving to the open man. A lot of sharing the ball, sharing the rock, passing it around, assisting, getting the lead up to 5. Michael Porter Jr. fouls Zubac, who makes the shot and goes to the line to complete the 3-point play. A lot of that, actually, unfortunately, still. They did not hold their punches either, that's for sure. This is going to be a fight, and we all knew it. People started to discount the Nuggets after that Game 3 loss, but no, they are still here. Jokić then slings the ball at the baseline to MPJ for a 3. Jamal then also heaves the ball up court to MPJ for a layup and forces Clippers to take the first timeout of the game. Clippers go then out of that timeout on a 5-0 run to cut the lead to 4. Nuggets defense allows Clippers to keep the lead at 4. Whether that's good or bad, take it as it is. It was a little bit bad, and then it was a little bit good. At least they kept it around 4 and not lower it down at that point. And then AG actually sinks a 3 to get the Nuggets lead back up to 7. Nuggets hold the Clippers to a shot clock violation, and Nuggets defense stepping up. They were stepping up. It was nice to see the final, the grit and the intensity that we have been wanting all freaking season. Thanks, Nuggets, for finally showing up. Then with 1.9 left on the quarter clock, Jokić hits a buzzer beater 3 to get the Nuggets lead up to 5 as the Nuggets win the first 27-22. Man, there was a lot of buzzer beaters in this game, and from Jokic's 3-point buzzer beater to an AG buzzer beater at the end there. So second quarter, Nuggets start the non-Jokić minutes with a lineup of Jamal, Pickett, P. Watt, DJ, and MPJ. As Jamal gets an alley-oop to DJ for the first points of the quarter. Nuggets defense is slowing down, though, at this point because you don't have AG in, you don't have Christian Brown in, and you don't have Jokić in. So it starts to really slow down, especially with Pickett, who did not put any pressure on who he was guarding, whether it was Kawhi, whether it was Bogey, or whether it was Harden. And there were several times where they had sloppy plays. You could have easily have taken the ball had you put some pressure on them. I know that if the T-Wolves were playing the Clippers right now, they would have stolen the ball like 10 times in a span of like 20 seconds. Like there was a lot of sloppy passes from the Clippers, and the Nuggets just did not capitalize. Pickett needs to be a lot quicker. That's for sure. He needs to be quicker. I know he's used to playing his style of basketball and his pace, but he really needs to play a lot harder and faster at times. Like if you're bringing up the ball, that's fine, but you're not bringing up the ball. You're guarding now. Like get into it, man. Jamal gets to the line then and makes both free throws to kind of slow down the bleeding there. But then Batum, freaking Batum, always there as the thorn in the Nuggets side there. Batum sinks a three to tie the game. MPJ hits a three to get the Nuggets lead back up to 3, and Jokić checks back in at the 7:28 mark to try to reestablish order, as they say. CB then on a fast break gets the Nuggets lead back up to 7. Kawhi fouls AG and cries about it, but it sends AG to the line to make both, for him to make both, and gets the lead up to 7. Obviously, the Clippers made some moves here as well to knock it back down, but these are the major plays here. Jamal then got a shot clock buzzer beater for 2. Again, a lot of buzzer beaters. He gets a buzzer beater for 2, and the Nuggets defense gives up a quick transition bucket to Zubac for a dunk. They spent too much time celebrating the buzzer beater. They didn't even get back onto defense, and Zubac got a dunk. That has been kind of one of the issues this whole season. Batum then also has a very dirty foul as he jumps up and falls down on MPJ and then acts like he's going to help MPJ up, but then psychs him out. It was so freaking distasteful. I do not like Batum. Batum is, along with a lot of other players on the Clippers, is a piece of shit. Just straight up, like, I know he is a good player, but at the bottom, when you break it down, he is a piece of shit. Like, get the frick out of the NBA, Batum. You do not belong here. Dunn then sinks a 3 to cut the lead to 3. And then MPJ misses a pass from Jokić and turns the ball over. That's not actually the first time a Nugget misses a pass and turns the ball over. There was quite a lot. And the only reason that we needed a buzzer beater win is because a lot of these turnovers and sloppy plays that the Nuggets had. So after this, then Jokić to CB for a layup gets the Nuggets first to 50. And then a fight breaks out. And let me tell you, so Clippers had possession of the ball. They're bringing it up. Harden is bringing it up, and CB is guarding him. He tries to get past CB. CB doesn't move, and then he acts like CB pulled on his beard or something and gets all up in his face. It was completely unwarranted, completely overreaction, but the thing that I loved about this was that both Jokić and AG did not take it at all. As soon as they saw him getting up into CB's face, they came up to support their teammate. I loved that. And as soon as they came up, then Harden punches AG. AG gets livid and starts to try to grab him. So then they have to break it all up. And it was even nice to see Jokić up in their faces. We haven't seen that in a while. He was hot. You don't mess with little buddy. That's for sure. So they all got put aside, and then they went to the monitors and took a long ass time to figure out what was going on, and they assorted the penalties. For number one, Harden deserved a double tech. 100% he deserved a double tech because he started it for 1. And then he punched AG. That's 2. He should have been kicked out of this game, but it's the playoffs. Let him play. I get that. I'm not going to cry about that. But a lot of Clippers fans are saying that AG should have gotten kicked out. And the hell he shouldn't have. If he was going to get kicked out, then Harden should have also gotten kicked out. But they review the play or the issue, the confrontation, and they give a tech to James Harden, they give a tech to Chris Dunn, and they give a tech to Normal Powell. And then they go to the Nuggets and they give a tech to CB, they give a tech to AG, and they give a tech to Jokić. So you have 3 techs on each side. They cancel themselves out. We're playing onward, which basically then we just wasted time. Essentially, that's what it boils down to. We just wasted time. And it just canceled it out. We're back to playing basketball now. Right out of that, then the Nuggets defense hold the Clippers down, and Clippers, though, win the second 26-23. So not by much, but they still win the second. Nuggets still on top 50-48 going into the half. Third quarter, Nuggets start the quarter off with a Jokić floater for the first points of the quarter, and then MPJ hits a 3 to get the Nuggets lead to 6. And this, I will tell you right now, quarter 3 was by far the best quarter the Nuggets have played this entire series. It was phenomenal. So MPJ gets this 3 off, right? And then Nuggets challenge a jump ball that was called, and it was successful. Nuggets get the ball back, and Jokić hits a 3 automatically. Then Kawhi responds with a 3. CB has a great stretch of defense and sticking with the plays. That was just amazing to see him like locked in. And then MPJ hits another 3, and Jokić with a floater to get the lead up to 11. Clippers respond with a 5-0 run to cut it to 6. But then Jamal fouls Kawhi, who gets the bucket plus the foul. It was not a great little stench there, but they played on, and the Nuggets responded very well with a 5-0 run of themselves to get the lead back up to 11. And then Kawhi tries to steal the ball from Jokić, who then slings it to P-Watt for the dunk to get the lead up to 13. This was the largest lead. This was where the lead started to actually balloon. So then CB stares down. This was awesome. So CB he had the ball. He was at the 3-point line. He stares down Powell and then just puts it up and drills a 3. It was amazing. Like, welcome to Browntown, Powell. Jokić and MPJ both get the lead up to 20. And then they actually get the lead up to 24. That was the highest that they got. And they actually win the third 35-17. However, the Clippers then respond with a similar quarter themselves to cut that down significantly. And in typical Nuggets fashion, they blow a 20-point lead. So, fourth quarter, the Nuggets opt to keep Jokić in the game. The lineup is Jokić, P-Watt, AG, CB, and MPJ. Clippers start the quarter off with a miss. Jokić outplays Zubac at the rim and gets a floater for the first points of the quarter. Nuggets then give up a back-to-back buckets, then turn the ball over back-to-back plays. Then Harden gets the bucket plus a foul. Jokić to CB for a layup to cut a 6-2 run from the Clippers. And then Clippers go on a 13-2 run to chip the lead down to 11. And it doesn't stop there. Finally, though, AG hits a step back to stop the bleeding. And then Murray hits a big 3 to get the Nuggets back up to 11 until Kawhi hits a free dunk. Murray has a horrible turnover, and it's granted to him because he had the ball, but it is not his fault. So he actually was passing it to CB, who was at the 3-point line, but then CB tries to cut instead of staying in the spot where Murray saw him at and was hoping that he was going to stay at. And so CB, made a mistake there, and they again sent the ball out of bounds, turned over the ball in a critical moment there. Jokić then ties so they managed to chip the lead down, and they actually get the lead themselves, the Clippers do. However, Jokić then ties the game with one of 2 free throws, and then he gets the lead back from a Sombor shuffle off of Zubac, and then Zubac gets a tip in with 8 seconds left on the game to tie the game. Jok then passes to AG for the buzzer beater dunk and the win. So intense but unforgiving. The Nuggets are here. They tied the series 2-2. We are now tied, Clippers. You're not getting the easy win out of this. We are going to Game 6 100% now, and I still think this might go to Game 7. But now we have reclaimed home court advantage. Clippers win the fourth, however, 34-16. So if you remember, we won the third 35-17. They win the fourth 34-16. Near identical quarters there. Crazy game overall, but again, Nuggets win and tie the series. Final score 101-99. So, stats. Stats here, Michael Porter Jr. played 42 minutes, still with that bummed shoulder. He is showing some grit tonight, this stretch of games, despite being hurt, although that was his fault. He wouldn't have been hurt had he not messed up that play in Game 2, but however, we're moving forward. We're, goldfish for getting that game, and a lot of props to him for still playing forward with the bum shoulder. However, Russell Westbrook did not play tonight because of a strained foot, so he wasn't available tonight. However, once again, Michael Porter Jr. played 42 minutes, and pretty much the starters played nearly the same amount of minutes. The only bench player who played the most amount of bench minutes was P. Watt. So Michael Porter Jr. played 42 minutes. He got 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 6 for 11 from field, 4 for 7 from 3, 1 for 2 from free throws. He had 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. He was a +2. Aaron Gordon, he played 42 minutes. He made 14 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 5 for 9 from field, 1 for 3 from 3, 3 for 4 from free throws. He had 1 turnover, 3 personal fouls. He was a +1. And then Nikola Jokić, an amazing double-double. 43 minutes. He tied the most amount of minutes exactly with Christian Braun, who also played 43 minutes and 28 seconds. So Jokić had 36 points, 21 rebounds, 8 assists, a near triple-double, a near 30-20 triple-double. 20 and 10, I should say. 8 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 14 from 25 from field, 56%, 3 for 6 from 3, 50%, 5 for 6 from free throw, 83%, and then he had 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. He was a +4. Christian Braun, once again, 43 minutes, 28 seconds, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 8 for 19 from field, 1 for 7 from 3, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, was a +4. So his percentage wasn't great, his efficiency. However, he still had a huge impact on the game, especially with his defense. And a good amount of those, like the 8 that he made, was in a little bit, like in a stretch of itself. And then Jamal Murray played 42 minutes, 27 seconds. So the third most minutes played. Aaron Gordon was, the fourth amount of minutes played. Aaron Gordon was the third. So Jamal Murray had not a great offense game, but he still had a deep impact. He had 13 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. He was 5 for 17 from field, 1 for 5 from 3, 2 for 2 from free throws. He had 3 turnovers, 4 personal fouls. He was a +8. And then Pickett had 6 minutes. He played 6 minutes and did not score at all. He was a -6. Vlatko Cancar played 2 minutes and immediately was out because he actually turned over the ball. He wasn't great at all in the lineup. He also had 0 points and it was a -5. DeAndre Jordan played 4 minutes. He made 2 points, and he was a +2 or a -2, sorry. And then P. Watt played 12 minutes, 45 seconds, had 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, and then he was a +4. So overall stats, we had 47 rebounds to their 43. We had 28 assists to their 25. We had 7 steals to their 7. We had 4 blocks to their 5. We shot 46% from field. They shot 44%. And then we shot 34% from 3. They shot 33%. 68% from free throw. They shot 68%. We had 12 turnovers. They had 9. We had 17 personal fouls. They had 20. Kind of is a reoccurring issue right now in this series is the losing team is usually losing with 20 turnovers. So, but near identical, and that's because of those last 2 quarters. Like the stats there are just super even. This could have easily have gone one way or another just by how hard these players are playing, and to actually be down by 24 in the third quarter and still not give up is you got to tip your hat to the Clippers. They definitely brought it in the fourth quarter. Their defense was locked in, just as our defense was locked in for the third. And then we kind of eased up because we're like, oh yeah, we have a 24-point lead. I don't know why the Nuggets do that. I don't know why the Nuggets ease up so quickly when they get a lead like that. It's happened so many times that you think that they would have learned from their mistakes. They just love blowing 20-point leads. I started having flashbacks of Game 7 from last postseason. I was like, please, Nuggets, don't lose this game. But luckily they didn't. They won it, and in amazing fashion. So the big takeaways of this game. This was the most Nuggets way of winning a game that you could have thought up. You had a 20-point lead that you lost, down to winning the buzzer beater off with a Jokić lob to AG. The best part of all of this was seeing how much the Nuggets showed up for each other in this game, though. Harden overreacted to CB, but Jokić and AG were there for CB immediately, and AG was willing to get kicked out of the game for CB. I love that. They have to be as a family again. I know Malone's not there anymore. His mantra was always 1, 2, 3 family, and now they're not doing that as much anymore, and they're just saying go Nuggets on 3. But it's very awesome to see that they still have each other's back. That is amazing. Stay with it, Nuggets. Come on now. That was awesome. Though it was slightly stupid on AG, I will say. As much as I loved it, it was a little stupid because if he had gone thrown out, I don't know if the Nuggets win this game. Like his defense was pivotal in this game. The fact that he read the Jokić lob at the buzzer beater to get that dunk. I mean, you probably don't win this game if he's in there, or out of there. So, but this fight the Nuggets had is what they need to hold on to in order to win this series. It's not how the media says that the Clippers have the Nuggets number. No, they don't. These are both good teams. The series isn't over after one blowout win or loss. These teams are going to battle it out to the end. It just sucks that OKC now, because if you don't know, OKC swept the Memphis Grizzlies. Not a big surprise. We all knew that was going to happen. Though a little, tip to the hat to the Grizzlies for at least trying not to get swept. They did play very hard at home in those last 2 games. It just, OKC had their number. And so now they're going into get a break, OKC is, and will go into round 2 refreshed. Meanwhile, the winner of this series is going to be so beaten, battered, and bruised heading into round 2. And OKC will not just have home court advantage, they're also going to have the rest advantage. Like, that's just crazy. And OKC will have just the little bit more, oomph to whatever they're doing. It's go time now for the Nuggets, however, and if they want a little rest, then they are going to have to win the next 2 games to get just a little bit of rest. They have to. So the next game is actually on Tuesday. And then I believe, let me see here. So the next game is on Tuesday. And then I believe, it's on the 1st. Game 6 is on the 1st. If there is going to be a Game 7, that will be on the 3rd of May. So the 29th, April 29th, on Tuesday, it's 7 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Mountain time for Game 5 at home. Let's go Nuggets. Okay. I'm so pumped now. Let's get this done, get the job done, and let's take on OKC, because I am not worried about OKC. That last game that we played against them eased a lot of my stress against them. They can definitely take it to OKC a lot better than Memphis can. And I know 2 through 8 were very similar this season in seed ranks. Like, Memphis could have easily ended out the 2nd seed, but it's all about matchups. And I think the ones that are best matched up against OKC are the Timberwolves, us, the Lakers, and pretty much that. Yeah, those 3. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I got for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. Share it to your friends and family. And this is my last episode in this area. Next time you see me, I will have a different background. So let's go Nuggets. And you've been listening to CS 105.1, where I talk about sports with good vibes. We'll catch you later.